Hi, everyone. This meeting is regarding Sprint 166 and for retro review for SugarLearning and Sprint Planning 167. I will jump to the first drafted email for Sprint 166 retro and review. The sprint goal to update the Markdown editor to its latest version is not yet been achieved. There is still amount of work is remaining and which is still in progress. The next step in this migration is to implement the WYSIWYG editor. Markdown editor work has been done. I will talk about it in the backlog section. The attendees, the product owners is Nick C. The duration of this sprint is 24 and attendees are as listed. The total billable hours for this project is 82.5 hours, which includes me, Tino, and Nick. Coming back to the editor, Adam, and all others, we have done status, means we have a video for the status. Do you want to see the YouTube video, which Tina has recorded, and we are showing what we have done so far?
Ozair, I recommend you show that segment that we discussed prior to the summary here.
All right. I will go back to the YouTube video and then we'll start from there.
We have our newer version Markdown editor with a new UI and it looks very clean. But very important thing to note is that the scroll sync is now working perfectly. Yay! Right? And also, if I'm going to make a change here, say for example, I want to make a change to what happens to hit a roadblock. I click on it and it highlights it. I can make any changes here. This is cool. And I can see perfectly on the preview on where I just made the edit and what it looks like after I made the edit. And this is chef's kiss.
Oz, could you please stop there?
Of course, we retained all the old functionalities.
There is more to the video.
Smile more than any other video I've seen. I love the energy, Tina.
Thanks.
That was awesome. That was excellent.
That was definitely a chef's kiss.
Yep. Yeah, that was awesome. Now tell me, I haven't seen the whole video, but is it good enough to go on the SugarLearning channel as is?
Are you asking me the question?
I'm asking the person who's test passed it.
I'm happy to say that it's a test pass. However, I do not recommend putting it on the video on the channel just yet, if only for the fact that we have not been able to ship the new editor.
Okay,
this is meant to be a demonstration that there has been significant progress made on it. We still need to finish knocking out the bugs.
Right, but does the video indicate that it's not finished, or is it basically generic and say, this is the old one, this is the new one, it's beautiful, fantastic, thank you very much?
It talks about the comparisons and the improvements.
Yes, but does it say we've done this, we nearly did this, it's not quite finished, thank you very much?
Well, no. It lacks in that. It does not tell what's still, what's still remaining, but it does tell what we have done so far.
Is it generic enough for the public to view it?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. Well then, Tina, if that's the case, get the feedback from Nick and Ozair and then call me and I'll watch it and then I'll give you feedback before you record a new one. If it's indicating it's not finished, that's not what I would want. Right. Yes, I would have preferred that you do the video, assuming it's done, then fix the little bits that you had to paper over, and then ship it, and then release the video.
Okay.
Yeah. But from what I saw then, it looked like it was finished. I only saw that little bit, and it looked very professional.
It's a very high energy video.
Great. So the next thing is, how does this Markdown editor compare against the Tina Markdown editor?
So the last time I did investigation for the Tina Markdown editor, I forgot its name. Nick, what was its name? Sorry.
Slate and plate.
Slide. Yeah. So that is only for React yet, but they did not have a version for Angular.
Oh, got it. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I forgot that distinction. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. That's awesome.
All right. Okay, I will be going back to the summary. So the
By the
work
way,
is
it's generally better to have this email ready as you have it, and then have the backlog open. So if you need to open one of the PBIs with the image and context, it's a lot easier for you.
all right.
Okay,
I'll keep it
just for next time.
Yep, sure. So the work is still remaining because for the Markdown edit, there's few bugs. Once I finished it up, I passed it to Tino, and Tino did some investigation, means test the editor, and then he find bugs and fixed it up. And now we find few more bugs which I'm still fixing. So work is still remaining for the editor. For the spike, determine the viability of Kendo UI editor as Markdown editor. Kendo UI does not natively support Markdown, but we can integrate the Markdown editor to Kendo UI. For the monitoring, the regular monitoring has been done in this sprint, and we created a few PBIs for the bugs.
Hold on. Why would you want the Markdown editor to be embedded inside a Kendo UI editor?
We are already using Kendo library in SugarLearning.
Yeah, but
so we wanted to the reason that we wanted to explore this option is because the library for the Markdown that we are using is Toast UI editor, but it is not being supported anymore. And the other thing is that there is a lot of bugs, and for the newest version, they have a lot of issues. So we wanted to see the new options.
Right, but just because you're using Kendo UI controls in certain places, it doesn't mean that you want to be integrating your Markdown inside one of the Kendo UI editors.
Sorry, Adam, I did not understand your question.
Matt, am I making sense?
Why?
You can have a page that is using some controls from Kendo and some controls from somebody else, but he wants to embed the Markdown editor inside a Kendo UI control.
Native.
I'm going to stop the recording for a moment.
All right. For the spike, we have done investigation for Kendo UI editor that we can use it as a Markdown option for SugarLearning or not. The video is still, we have completed the investigation and done videos remaining for this PBI. Do you guys have any question for this PBI?
How much time have you spent on it?
I spent 2 hours and Tino spent 2 hours.
Okay.
Collectively 4. Yep. All right. So we have done the regular monitoring, and I will go to the burn down. The total burn down for
one quick question.
Yep.
The Toast UI problem, which
Yeah.
item is that sitting inside?
Sorry, Adam, can you repeat?
The first one, sorry. You carry on.
Yeah. Sorry, what was your question?
No, that's fine.
That's fine.
I thought it wasn't separated, but it was.
All right. So I will move to the sprint burn down and dashboard. 42% PBI has been 42% has been completed. The work has been done, and That's all. The line coverage has remained same to 25%. There was one deployment to West US production, and there was a failed deployment to China Node 3 because of the expired Entra ID. I have already contacted sysadmin, and after this meeting, I will fix the issue with sysadmin for the Entra ID. Do you have any question about it?
No, all good.
All right. Moving towards the dashboard, the total number of failed requests increased from 1.4K over 18 days to 1.75K over 24 days. Moving towards the new dashboard, total unique user has been decreased from 121 over 18 days to 54 over 24 days, and authenticated user have decreased from 84 over 18 days to 49 over 24 days in SugarLearning Global. For SugarLearning China, the unique user has been decreased from 3 over 18 days to 1 over 24 days period, and authenticated user have been decreased from 1 over 18 days to 0 over 24 days period.
So no one in China is using SugarLearning?
Yes. Right now, no one is using SugarLearning except the developers.
The China office uses the West
SugarLearning
US
Global.
instance.
Yeah,
Okay.
West US SugarLearning. Yeah. For the state of Epic, EF core migration has remained the same to 48%. Experiment work is still in progress for Markdown editor migration to its latest version. What went well? Nick has mentioned significant progress has been made on the Markdown editor. What didn't go so well? Nick also mentioned that we should read the acceptance criteria before close the PBI. And for improvement, there is no improvement at the moment. Do you guys want to add anything?
No, that's okay.
All right. I will be jumping towards the forecast now. This is a forecast for Sprint 167. The sprint goals remains the same, migrating the Markdown editor to its latest version. Product owner is Nick. Attendees are as listed. The first PBI is create custom plugin for custom Markdown, which we talked before. There are still remaining bugs for this PBI, which I will be fixing in this sprint. And for the spike, I will be recording a done video for Kendo UI. And the regular monitoring will be continued during this sprint. Do you have any question?
No.
All right. The video will be uploaded to SugarLearning channel. Thanks for everyone.
Just before we go, one thing I will just ask Tino, can you make sure you talk to Alvin about the marketing of SugarLearning in China?
All right.
It's now we've now finished the China file. We put it onto a China tenant, so it's time for that marketing to happen.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks.